If you talk to yourself, zone out mid conversation, and get bored faster than everyone around you, stop apologizing for it. The things people have called your weird habits your whole life, there's a pattern researchers keep bumping into. A lot of them show up more often in people who test higher on intelligence measures. Not the habits you'd expect, the annoying ones, the ones you've been told to fix. There are 8 of them. You probably have at least 4. And number 8 is the strangest of all, because the very fact that you doubt you're smart might be the biggest clue that you are. Quick thing first, because this matters. Intelligence isn't the person who answers fast in the room. Real intelligence is quieter than that. It can leak out sideways, in odd little behaviors that look like flaws, but might just be a brain running hot in the background. So let's count how many of yours are leaking. All 8. Number 1, your mind wanders constantly. You're in a conversation and suddenly you're 3 thoughts away, thinking about something completely unrelated. You can't sit through a video without your brain drifting. You've probably been called scatterbrained. Here's the interesting wrinkle researchers found. A wandering mind isn't necessarily an empty one. In some studies, it's a busy one. People whose attention drifts often show more activity in the brain's default mode network, the same system linked to imagination and problem solving. It's not proof your brain is smarter, but it is a sign it's doing more than sitting still. And that same restlessness shows up in the next one. Number 2, you talk to yourself, out loud, narrating what you're doing, arguing with yourself in the shower. And you've definitely caught yourself and felt a little crazy. Don't. Talking to yourself is a genuinely useful thinking tool. Saying a problem out loud forces your brain to organize it into language, and several studies show self-directed speech can improve focus and task performance. You're not losing it. You're thinking on the outside. So that's 2. And if you're already nodding, good. Keep going. Because number 3 is one people are weirdly proud of. Number 3, you're a night owl. While everyone preaches early to bed, early to rise, you do your best thinking at midnight. Mornings are a fog. The night is when your brain finally switches on. Here's where I want to be honest with you. The research on night owls and intelligence is mixed and pretty contested. Some studies found a small link, others found nothing, and a lot of it doesn't hold up well. What's more consistently true is that night owls tend to score higher on novelty seeking and openness to new experience. So the thing your family nags you about might just mean you're wired for unconventional hours, not necessarily a higher IQ. Number 4, you have a dark, slightly twisted sense of humor. The jokes that make other people wince make you laugh hardest. The dry stuff, the absurd stuff, the humor that's a little too dark for the room. There's actual research on this one. A 2017 Austrian study found that people who prefer dark humor scored higher on both verbal and nonverbal intelligence tests, and lower on aggression and bad mood. Getting dark humor requires holding 2 conflicting ideas at once and resolving the tension fast. It's a small effect in one study, not a universal law, but it's a real, replicated-ish finding, not just vibes. So that's 4, the wandering mind, the self-talk, the late nights, the dark humor. If most of these are you, the next 3 go a little deeper, and the last one is going to feel personal. Number 5, you overthink everything. You replay conversations from 3 days ago. You spot every way a plan could go wrong. Your brain will not stop running. And everyone keeps telling you to relax. Here's the trade-off nobody mentions. Some research links higher levels of worry to higher verbal intelligence. The idea being that a brain good at simulating scenarios is also good at simulating bad ones. It's a correlation, not a guarantee, and it comes with a real cost. Chronic worry is also linked to anxiety. So it's not a superpower with no downside, but the same wiring that makes you anxious can genuinely be doing useful cognitive work. Number 6, you get bored insanely easily. A slow class, a repetitive job, small talk. Within minutes, you're crawling out of your skin, desperate for something, anything more stimulating. That's not automatically a discipline problem. One theory is that a faster processor finishes the task before everyone else, and then sits there, understimulated. There's real research tying high intelligence to a stronger need for novelty and mental challenge. Your boredom isn't proof of genius, but it's not laziness either. It might just mean the task wasn't matched to your pace. So that's 6. And maybe you've quietly counted 4 or 5 and you're feeling pretty good right now. Fair. But the next one flips the script because it doesn't feel like a strength at all. Number 7. You'd rather be alone. Big groups drain you. You turn down plans to stay home. You have a few close people, and that's plenty. And part of you wonders if something's wrong with you for not wanting more. There's a genuinely interesting finding here from evolutionary psychologists Lee and Kanazawa. In their data, more intelligent people reported lower life satisfaction the more often they socialized with friends, the opposite pattern seen in most people. Their theory is that highly intelligent people are more likely to be pursuing long-term goals that solitude actually supports. It's one study's interpretation, not settled science. But your need for solitude isn't automatically antisocial. It might just be self-directed. Number 8. You doubt you're smart at all. After everything I've just listed, part of you is still thinking, yeah, but not me. I'm not actually that smart. Everyone else just gets it, and I'm faking it. Sit down for this one, because I want to get it right. This idea gets misquoted constantly. The actual Dunning-Kruger finding is that people who are bad at something tend to overestimate their ability because they lack the skill to spot their own mistakes. The flip side, researchers found, is more modest than smart people think they're dumb. It's that competent people sometimes slightly underestimate themselves, often because they assume tasks that are easy for them must be easy for everyone. So it's not proof that self-doubt equals genius. But it does mean loud overconfidence is a genuine warning sign, and quiet self-doubt is, at minimum, not evidence you're behind. So if your gut reaction this whole video was, "This isn't really me," well, now you know the actual research, and you get to decide what it means for you. Here's what I actually want you to take from this. Intelligence was never about being the loudest or the fastest in the room. Some of what feels like a flaw might be a byproduct of how your brain works. The wandering, the overthinking, the boredom, the doubt. None of this is a real IQ test, but it's a fun way to notice your own patterns. So that's all 8. Count yours and drop the number in the comments, and be honest about number 8. And if you want more of these, the hidden things your own mind and body are quietly doing behind your back, I break down a new one every week. Subscribe so the next one finds you.